Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Politics and Why Meet Your Candidates in 2022. I'm Jane Hansen, and I do 3 questions in 3 minutes. And today we're talking with Jessica González-Rojas, who is the assembly person for District 34 in New York, which is in Queens, Corona, East Elmhurst, Jackson Heights, Woodside, and now Astoria. So you gained some new people this time around. This is would be your second term in office. What have you yet to accomplish that you really want to work on going back to Albany? Because, by the way, you don't have an opponent in this race.
Yes, well, first off, Jane, thanks for having me. I'm fortunate to not have an opponent, but however, I am always out in the streets, always talking to our neighbors and listening to the issues that are important to them and introducing myself to members of the new district in Astoria. So 3 things that emerged for me at the top of my list when I get back to Albany. Number 1, coming out of a situation where Roe v. Wade has been overturned. As someone who's spent her career fighting for reproductive justice, I introduced a bill called the Reproductive Freedom and Equity Fund. And this would provide resources to make sure that our state is ready for the potential influx of up to 280,000 people of reproductive age, including people in districts, parts of our state that don't have access to abortion clinics. So we want to make sure our clinics are ready and that we have the resources to support patients. Number 2 is universal school meals. Coming out of the pandemic, we've seen how food insecurity has impacted not just families, but children. And I have a bill that would ensure that every single school across the state would have free breakfast and lunch, which is so critical to combating food insecurity and also helps the health and well-being of our students. And then thirdly is a bill called One Fair Wage that addresses the subminimum wage that our restaurant workers face and other miscellaneous industries to make sure that they get paid a living wage with tips on top.
Okay, so it sounds like you've got some pretty big legislation underway that you really want to get enacted. Talk to me a little bit about safety issues, guns, kids in school. I know you have a young son. What do you think we should be doing about that?
Yes, there's a lot to do. Over the past legislative session, we made big investments in addressing gun violence. I'm a big advocate for mental health. One of my other priorities is making sure our schools have mental health professionals across the state, both school psychologists and school social workers. We need to make sure we're making those investments in our young people to further prevent violence. And also we need to address the gun violence and the iron pipeline. We've done a lot of work in the state, but we need to make sure that money gets out to the communities to get to trusted people in the community, right, that work directly with at-risk youth and at-risk communities to make sure that we're providing opportunities and not turning people to a path of violence. So lots of work to do, but I'm really committed to getting that done as well.
Okay, very quickly, what's something about yourself that maybe a lot of people don't know? Just a quick little tidbit or so.
Ooh. I am an avid snowboarder, and in fact, in 2010, I broke my leg, my femur, taking a big jump, trying to, I was very inspired by the Olympics that year, and I didn't quite make it, but I still love snowboarding, and I've taken my son out there since, so we're back on the trails.
I always get inspired by the Olympics as well and think I can do it, and then I realize,
Yeah,
no.
no.
Anyway, well, good luck to you and good luck back in Albany. We'll
Thank you,
talk.
Jane. This was fun.
All righty. And
All
thanks
right.
everybody for watching. We'll see you next time. I'm Jane Hansen.